up? Skakel in the house. Fuck yeah. Lolo's coming home. Let's turn the lights off. About a week. So, she's doing good though. Everyone loves Lois. Yeah, no, you got to be careful with the towels. You got to be careful with the towels because in the gym community, when excuse me, guys are looking to get blown or like whacked off or whatever, they use towels as signals. My buddy Gay John, he gave me the signals, if you will. So if you have a towel over your right shoulder, it means you like to watch. If you have a towel over your left shoulder, it means you like to participate. And if you have a towel like Samoa Joe wrapped around your neck, it means it's on, baby. Like you do whatevers. So you got to watch out for the towels, baby. Earl Skakel in the house. We don't get the Perry Caravello bump. %. That's the first time I've got that notification. No, he wasn't. D'Artagnan. What if I have no shoulders for a towel? Then I think you're in the safe space. Then I think you're good. Good in the hood. What's good in the hood? So are we getting trolled by a notification bot or no? Tom from MySpace. Yes, you can. You can ask away. I see we got some freaks in the stream early. I love it. The freaks are out tonight. I don't think I have a profile song. To be honest with you, I know not what you speak of. What up, everyone? 9/11. See, son of a bitch. I'm telling you, there is something that every time I look at a clock, it says 9/11. What time is it right now? 9/11. I'm not sure who Josh is, so yeah, Tom, I miss you. I do miss you. We got some freaks in the stream tonight. And we don't do all caps in here, Mr. P. Isn't that weird though? Yeah, I mean Lois, she's on some CBD stuff and she's doing good. I mean, as you know, TB, the trachea issue will never get better, but we can make her. We don't do that kind of humor in here, Philip Miller. I mean, really, have some fucking class. So I tell you what I'm gonna do, Philip. I do this a lot. You can ask people about my stream. Well, your mama looks more like Chuck Schumer than I do. See what I did there? I'm too quick. Just enjoy the stream. You'll never get the best of me. On my worst day, I'm better than you on your best day. Trust me on that one. Oh, sorry. Well, I noticed last night that even though I got the Perry Caravello bump, the numbers weren't as good on the IMAX stream. About 600. And I think if they were on the phone, it would have been, 2 to 3 times that. So it's tough because I myself prefer to do it on the iMac. But let me get back to the troll in here. We've got Ray DeVito on. I mean, who doesn't want to miss out on that humor? We've got Nobody Likes Onions live. We've got, let me see who else is, so not a lot of Dabbleverse related streams. We've got Pat Dixon on right now, so check that out if you can. Shmuel Buckman on. So we got some heavy hitters in the Dabbleverse. So enjoy that. Yeah, I mean, for some reason the Wi-Fi on the iMac toward the end was bad. I hope I have a set during that time too. We don't do that kind of talking here, red-blooded American. I'm also going to send you to Keanu Thompson's on right now with Gino. I'm going to send you over to their stream. I tried, man. I'm in a dead spot in West Hollywood. Trust me, I've tried. And let me see. I mean, we got some heavy fucking hitters in the Dabbleverse streaming right now. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. Dumba, Bumba. What up? What up? I agree with you there, K Wang, but we don't do the Jesus talking here. So I'm gonna send you to let me see. I'm gonna send you to Ricada Law is streaming right now. I'm gonna send you to Ricada Law. Thank you, Sasha. I am the fucking man, brother. How many other streamers send you to other streams during their stream? Oh, sorry. Read my OT. Oh, I did see that. TB. I mean, I know we tried the thing that starts with the word V, Vermecta or something. So, I mean, we've given her the pills. The V didn't really seem to work a lot, to be honest with you. And we don't do Brian Callen in here. I wouldn't send Jeff Ross to Brian Callen's podcast. That's how bad. No, I know. We know that's for the fluid in the lungs. So, well, we don't do the Jesus stuff in here. So I'm going to send you. I'm just going to pick a random. I want you to go to the Las Vegas spear cam and just stare at the spear. That's more your speed. We don't talk about that stuff in here. This is a stream where we're all cool. Everyone's friends in here. I let the trolls troll, and we just have a good time in here. So I know we got the Jesus freaks and YouTube. Yeah, I mean, right now the THC gummies for dogs are helping her. A troll is just someone who comes in here and they want to disrupt the stream. They'll say I'm old or I'm a fag and it's like, okay, great. Anyway, so it's really, Callen had a cry fest on his podcast with Sam Tripoli today, whining about he's not famous enough. Well, maybe stop being so fucking, I'm not going to get sued, but maybe don't have, you know what? No one accuses me of anything except for one animal, because I don't do anything wrong. You can start a roast battle in Saudi. You versus Jeff Ross. Loser doesn't get to leave. Yeah, Jeff would never roast battle me. I told you that one time. Hey, what up, Gina? Bina. Oh, thank you. Likewise. I wish your pet, better days as well. I mean, you can only do what you can, and Lois lives a great life between me and my ex, who share dual custody. We do a very good job. So, I'm a troll. Well, I don't know. You're not really. I mean, I have a feeling just the way you're talking. Yes, you are a troll, but come on in. What do you really think of Sam? And Dabbleverse Talk is open. What do I think of Sam Tripoli? I mean, we're friends. We're cool. He frequently brings me up in the main room at the Comedy Store. Well, see, I don't talk about Jeff and Brian and ex-girlfriends unless you guys bring them up. I'm an open book, so I don't really. have I don't have a set topic. Kevin Brennan, I think, probably has a little diagram of what he wants to talk about, and other people, Ray DeVito has guests on and all that. I don't. I hit record and I stream for about an hour. Yeah, but I don't care. Listen, I'll talk about anything because I'm not ashamed of anything. Um, you know, um, obviously, if I have done something wrong, I probably don't want to talk about it, and I've probably done many things wrong. But in terms of my public life, I'm pretty much an open book. You know, no need to say it twice. Firestar, third time and you're gone. Did you get Chad's blessing to critique his roast? To be honest with you, I didn't ask him yet. Um, yeah, 50. Well, you guys have already seen the upstairs tour. But, well, thank you, Hugo. I appreciate it. But, 100 likes, I'll give you a full tour of the Comedy Store Saturday night. But you got to wait for that. And I'll show you spots of the club nobody gets to go into unless you're one of the VIPs. You're a VIP. Thoughts on Trump going after the NBA players? Well, that NBA, maybe I should change the name of the stream. We'll get some better numbers probably than Earl Skakel was live. The NBA gambling thing, that shit is bonkers, man. Their coach of the Portland Trailblazers, as Lucy Ricardo would say, you got some explaining to do. And I'm sure, and I noticed on the hockey game tonight on ESPN, of course, they they weren't really talking about DraftKings too much. Don't think that's not by accident. Earl Skakel is live. Yeah, we're gonna see if we get a numbers bump by saying Earl Skakel. NBA gambling. So yeah, well, anything to get the numbers up. Anything to get the numbers up. I'm not Stephen A. Smith, but who is? Who is, babies? Those glasses are wild. These glasses are cool, baby. Sorry, I just had my caffeine. 32 in the house. Yeah, I'll take it. 29 now. You son of a bitch. You shouldn't have said anything. But show me the money, honey. Did you see any comedy there at the festival? Oh, sorry if you went to the festival. We don't do Diddy talking here. I'm going to send you to a Shmuel Buckman stream. Bill Burr. They got the money, honey, at the Riyadh Comedy Festival, but you also had to entertain people who hate gays, blacks, women, and who helped finance 9/11. No, thank you. I don't feel the need to fucking entertain them. I'd rather go to the next Jeff Ross pool party. Now, I'm a little out of the age range, but that's fine. Me and Jeff can make amends. Okay, well, I don't know what that means. HVAC North's 5 Earl Skakel gift memberships. I don't do sound drops or I don't have sound effects. Hey, the LA Kings just won in overtime. Fuck yeah. We got some freaks in the stream tonight. And you guys thank the man for giving you free memberships. You cheap bastards. Good job, Jebediah. I don't have time for you tonight. Go to Pat Dixon's stream, you fucking Momo. Man, you people try and ruin my streams. It's like, what do you do? What do you think you're funny? By just typing random letters? You fucking Riri. You probably got a call back for the next St. Jude's commercial. You son of a bitch. Sorry, man. The caffeine's really kicking in. I'll tell you that much. We're gonna go with the red filter, I think. It's that kind of a night. That kind of a night. Earl Skakel in the house. Hit the like and subscribe button. You know, I don't ask you guys for much. By the way, there was a very lovely fight tonight in the New York Ranger game. Matt Rippe and the inimitable Ryan Reeves, one of the last few players to not wear a visor. So it's kind of unfair that he fights guys with visors on. But, you know, there you go. Here we go. Hold on. We'll just mute this so we don't have the sound. I have to go to a very particular video that has the sound. There we go. We'll pop that up, and voila, we've got the red filter on. Marsh, you gotta do a little better than that. I mean, that's about as funny as a pay toilet and a diarrhea ward. Hey-o! All right, we got a lot of trolls in here tonight. Bill Hicks is Alex Jones. I mean, I never found Bill Hicks funny. What's up? Zoom, zoom! I never found Bill Hicks funny, and I know that's probably sacrilege to tell people. We don't do begging for money in here, Alexander, you fool. I did not. I saw Melrose Larry Green on the street, to be honest with you. All right, Alexander, you're gone, you fucking loser. Man, we got some unfunny people on the stream, but you know that Owen Benjamin. We don't do that talking here. Go to Quentin Tarantino's stream. That did look. I saw the clip of Kevin Brennan outside the comedy club. I mean, you got to give Kevin credit. You know, he said he was going to go there, and he went there. Probably spent $50 in gas. Now, I'm not saying Bill Hicks wasn't funny. Obviously, he's funny, but I just didn't find him funny. You know, I'm not one of those guys who just sits there and, you know, says I'm the judge of all comedy. He seems so fucking bitter. Like, bro, you're successful. You're a legend in a lot of people's eyes, man. Fucking, the Tick, tonight's topic is really no topic. We talk about whatever. So, I mean, Nachi, you already said that. See, I see what you did there, Toe Rogan. That's not really funny either, but man, you guys, just sometimes it's okay to not hit the keyboard. Just watch. And if you don't like my stream, and I understand that, there's about 5,000 other people streaming right now. Go to their stream. Bother them. I mean, Zoom, that NBA thing. I mean, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. You know, I mean, I know things about NHL stuff that I could probably make money on in terms of injuries. I know players, I know coaches, I know equipment staff, I know medical staff, but yikes, that's an interesting. I took my shirt off long before Bert Kreischer did. I'm not saying Bert ripped me off, but you know, let's be honest. Taking your shirt off isn't exactly innovative. How many people you know have built? All right, I don't know about that. I mean, we don't talk about kayaks in this stream. Well, I mean, you know, when you think about, I do think some of the refs can be gotten. I mean, there was a play today, I won't mention the players, but where, and I don't think you're rigging a Kings Dallas Stars game, but a King definitely could have gotten a slashing penalty. Slashed the guy right on his arm. I mean, right here. Prevented a goal, probably. And then 30 seconds later, another king got a questionable call. So Dallas got the penalty, and the Kings scoring the power play. Am I saying that was a rigged 2 minutes of play? No, but it's kind of a little, it makes you kind of go, yeah, that would be, I like Robert Schimmel's joke. Yeah, but I mean, Burke could lose half his fans. He'll still fill, maybe not stadiums, but theaters. So, I would say Robert Schimmel had the best joke where you have two pro wrestlers wrestle and the loser gets fucked in the ass. So that way, at least one of them's wrestling for real. So, I mean, Leo Gunn's here, so we can really delve deep into the dabble. Thank you very much, Porsche Swing. EA Sports, it's in the game. Pro players should get a small paycheck if they lose, and the rest of the pay should be. That'll never happen. I mean, how many times does a player have a good season? They say, "Hey, I had a great season. I want more money." Okay, that's fair. But how many times do you have a bad season and go, "Hey, let me give some money back"? Never. Is there a big jump in pay headlining club weekends versus one theater show? Well, it depends on how big the theater is, to be honest with you. Like, I played the Santa Rosa Theater with Rob Schneider in, Santa Rosa. No, it's the Wells Fargo Theater in Santa Rosa. And I got paid $2,000. Now, it was an 900 seater. So most comedy clubs don't seat that many people. So it really depends. Like, the Improv in Ontario seats 400 to 500 people. It's a big venue, but that's still not. I mean, you want a theater gig, and I know what Schneider was getting. He got paid handsomely. So you definitely want to play a theater, because then you just do one show. You make Son of Rob, Matt Rife is probably making $100,000 a theater gig. I'm guessing. I don't know that to be a fact. Versus, like, he played the Laugh Factory the other night, sold it out, but that's maybe 200 tickets, where a theater for Matt Rife is, a theater can be anywhere from 900 to 3,000 seaters. So you definitely, like, any comic in the world who loves money would say, I want the theater gig. Unfortunately, I'm not big enough to play theaters. Did we talk about Brennan getting turned away from the Stress Factory tonight? Why did he get, what tipped off the club? I saw he was talking to the cop. You can do both. I personally would not have gone. We've covered that in here a lot. So you must be new. So hit the subscribe button, baby. And, that country hates women, gays, and blacks. And in my opinion, was partially responsible for the financing of some parts of 9/11. Why the hell would any American comic go over there? And Pete Davidson lost his dad on 9/11, and he still went over there. That's fucking nuts. Bill Burr's wife is black. That's a black woman? How do you think she gets treated over there? Not well. Okay. Well, welcome back. But Bill Burr can't need the money. Russell Peters does not need the money. Pete Davidson does not need the money. Even a lower tier guy like DiStefano, he don't need the money. Jessica Kirshen's a working comic the last 30 years. She don't need the money. They all sold their soul, as far as I'm concerned. Are you telling me to shut up? What the fuck? What up, Drunken Donuts? What up, Josh Denny fan? It's just mind-boggling to me that anyone would go over there. And people try and flip it on me and go, well, you'd do it if they paid you $100 million. Well, they're not going to pay me $100 million for 10 minutes. or 30 minutes. So, you know. No, someone told me to shut up, Drunken Donuts. So, you know, is Pete Davidson? No, there's many more. Well, I don't underestimate. Oh, yeah, I absolutely overestimate. I mean, but I mean, that's just common decency. Did you find JD Vance's Indian wife attractive? Not personally. So, no, someone told me to shut up. And I'm like, wait, what? I just answered your question. So, you know, it's just my. Yes, I think Joe was the one who told me to shut up. After I answered his question, what are you going to do? I'm not going to get upset at someone I'll most likely probably never meet. Yeah, I mean, you're probably going back tomorrow and say to the doctor, hey, can we just get to that last part? You're a real piazza, Grimes. Whoever told Skakeman to shut up can SMD. How about that? I know what that means. I mean, I kind of liked that. What up, Laura? That Brennan went there. You know, that's the Kevin I like, just causing ruckus. Now, did John do the show? I don't know the end results. Did he? I mean, you know, I've done one show with Stuttering John. You know, he didn't do that great, to be honest with you, but he didn't bomb, but he didn't do that great. I mean, I thought it was funny Kevin Brennan did it. Who else went there? I mean, listen, Stuttering John brings it on himself. So, and he looks really stupid when he says he's a better comic than Kevin Brennan. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, you know, we don't talk about Ray DeVito in here. I think that's funny, man. But you know, John brings it on himself. So, and you know, that's going to be content for a week. I mean, tomorrow, what are we all going to be doing at 1 p.m.? We're going to be listening to MLC. Or, you know, Belton in the morning or whoever's in the morning. Chad will probably do something on it. You know, Win by 2 or whatever. Tim Dillon backed out. Well, I mean, I don't think they knew he was gay, or at least he says he's gay. And then when he started talking about, you know, certain issues, they were like, fuck you. But I heard he kept the deposit. I love that. Stick it to them. Wait, John did the show, and everyone said it was better than Gino. So take that. How do you know that, number one, Josh Jenny fan? Did you have boots on the ground? Well, that's weird. I mean, but, you know, Kevin's pretty well known in the comedy community. Waco, I heard it came from Memphis, somewhere down south. Started hanging out with a blues crowd. That's how he got that crazy sound. What is all this talking going round? Steel guitar strapped across his back. Way Cool Jr. It's one of their better songs in terms of showing the musical nuances of Rat. It had a nice jazzy vibe to it. Interesting. No, I know. I mean, Leo Gunn, near Jersey Ranger, just told me Stuttering John was way better. Yeah, but I mean, Keanu's not a comic, to be honest with you. And Gino's more of a ranter than a comic. You know, he talks about COVID and all that stuff. It's my stream, Ace. I'll do what I want to do. If you don't like that, you can go to Pat Dixon's stream and watch him play the piano. I think he kept the deposit. I don't know if Tim Dillon got paid in full. Oh, really? Did the guy from Soft Cell die? Tainted Love? She and the Crime is a good song. So, you know, I mean, saying Stuttering John was better than Keanu was like, that's like saying the 400-pound girl in The Biggest Loser is more attractive than the 600-pound girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, I don't tell comics what topics to talk about, but like, you know, and you know, people have different different views of what a comic is. You know, some people don't think I'm a comic because I only play the West Coast and LA area specifically. But, you know, I don't do the road because I don't have to do the road. You think I'm going to do what Ray DeVito does, which is drive from, where's he live, Ohio to New York to host a show at the Stand? I wouldn't even dream of that. What's this channel about? This channel is about life, baby. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, saying Stuttering John is better than Keanu is like, you know. And I don't know Keanu, so like it's not like I'm jabbing at her or something. But you know, I did one show with Stuttering John. It was at the benefit of Robert Schimmel at the Comedy Store. He was pretty much the only non-Comedy Store paid regular on the lineup, and it showed. Like, you know, we all did very well. He did okay. He didn't bomb, but if you were to ask the audience, okay, if you had to vote who was not a paid regular at the Comedy Store out of all the acts you've seen tonight, they all would have said him. Oh, interesting. That's cool. I didn't know Tainted Love was a cover. What up, Paul Travis? Welcome to the show. Oh, I didn't know that. I was in a movie with David Spade called The Benchwarmers. I've met Adam. I did a short film for Adam Sandler's nephew, and he took us all out to lunch after. So, but there's a lot of interesting things. You know, I love reading some Wikipedia pages that are like done by like someone legitimate. Like, if you go on what movie? I went on the Rambo Wikipedia page. Let me see if I can pull that up because it was so fucking interesting to know that the casting process of Rambo would have been completely different. I mean, Lee Marvin at one point was Colonel Troutman, which I would have loved, but because I love Lee Marvin. But let's talk Rambo. Rambo movie guy, and then who was it? Burt Lancaster was Colonel Troutman, and he bailed. I mean, it was just fascinating to see. Now let's this will probably be boring to you guys, but I like Rambo. Okay, so here, and this is crazy. Like, this is mind blowing to me. I'm just going to read this one part. People originally wanted to cast Betty Davis as a psychiatrist, and either Burt Lancaster or Lee Marvin as Sheriff Teasle. When the project was purchased by Warner Brothers, De Niro and Eastwood were both considered for the role of Rambo. The producer intended to cast Robert Mitchum as Teasle and Paul Newman as Rambo, but they considered also Steve McQueen, but he was considered too old to play a Vietnam vet from '75. James Caan, Burt Reynolds, and Robert Redford were also considered. I mean, can you imagine? Al Pacino was also considered for the role. Pacino decided not to be involved because he found the story too dark. John Travolta was considered as Rambo. George C. Scott as Troutman. Gene Hackman or Charles Durning as Teasle. Frankenheimer considered Powers Booth, Michael Douglas, and Nick Nolte as Rambo before casting Brad Davis because of his role in Midnight Express. Dustin Hoffman was offered the role of Rambo but turned it down. Can you imagine Dustin Hoffman as Rambo? For the role of Sheriff Teasle, they wanted Hackman and Duvall, but both turned the part down. Marvin, another Oscar winner, turned down the part of Colonel Troutman. James Mason and Richard Jackal were also considered. Kirk Douglas was hired, but in his autobiography, he said he rejected the script, but agreed after Kotcheff changed to retain the novel's original ending, which was Rambo dying. Rock Hudson was approached as a replacement, but was soon to undergo heart surgery and had to pass up on the chance to work with Stallone. Can you imagine Rock Hudson and Rambo? Talk about piazzas. So I love reading like a Wikipedia page like that because I had no idea about all that stuff. I mean, casting for a major movie is wild. I was once at a lunch with a few managers and agents, and we were go back to the red screen here. We were talking about a project for me, and yes, Eric Stoltz. They filmed like 60% of Back to the Future with Eric Stoltz. And then once Michael J. Fox became available, they made the switch. But there are some scenes where you could, like, in like the diner scene, you could see the back of Eric Stoltz's head. They just didn't bother changing it. Yes, my uncle is. No, he would be my first cousin. RFK Sr. was my. We don't talk about Randy Stone in this stream. Rest in peace, Randy Stone. He tried to touch my pee-pee. Earl, do you remember the film Straw Dogs? I've heard of it, don't remember it. What part did he have in mind for you? Bent over on his couch, but I don't play that way. I probably should have done it, man. I could have at least had a couple Fox show credits, X-Files and Millennium. But that would just be so interesting to me if you think, I mean, Gene Hackman would have been great. Because basically he did Uncommon Valor right around the time of the first Rambo. So I could see Gene Hackman as, I could see him more as Troutman than Teasel, but, Brian Dennehy was great. So, yeah, well, I mean, who knows what he wanted, but he didn't get either, tell you that much. Yeah. Oh, he totally was, but, he was one of the head casting people at Fox, so it's like I had to play it cool. And I just kind of wrote it off. I was like, well, this is just how the fucking business is. So, that's the sad thing. What up, D. Bapto? He was slick, but, he wasn't that slick because I didn't do nothing. It's just one of those things that, well, there's a power dynamic that, you just think, oh, this guy's desperate. And my thing was, I wasn't desperate, to be honest with you. Sure, I want success, but I'm not gonna fucking get molested to get a 2-line scene in X-Files. So yeah, 100%. Well, I hope you're not a Portland Trailblazers fan. Bet the under. Bet the under. That's a gambling joke. Yeah. Well, I mean, the guy tried, but and he tried again. There was a second incident. These guys are fucking relentless, man. They don't give up. So. Shout out to Randy Stone. Well, I'd have to say, listen, I got to get a guest starring. No, I'm not going to get a one-line scene. Put me on Millennium as the bad guy. Yeah. Favorite Gene Hackman? Gene Hackman. I just love Gene Hackman. You could put him in Porky's 4 and he would be good in it. Sad the way he went out. There's some video on YouTube where it doesn't show his body, it blurs it out, but it's the cam footage from the cops walking around. Man, that place was a fucking pigsty. I showed like the dead dog in the box, in the cage. One of the greatest actors of all time, and make no mistake about it, he was. And that's how his life ended, just in a cluttered house. So, I mean, I didn't know he was gay at the time. Now they say the hot rumor about him was that he was the one who donated the sperm for Jodie Foster's babies. Yeah, I mean, I see what you did there, Josh, didn't you? Who wins the NBA Finals this year? Definitely not Portland. Heard Spacey was an absolute menace. Yeah, I mean, he was creepy with my friends and I at a strip club. This casting director at Fox, who unfortunately is no longer with us. No, Kevin Spacey. I mean, Rodgers is going to be motivated. I mean, the Packers as a team, they're probably not that motivated to beat Aaron Rodgers. But, anytime a player plays his former team, and, that was a divorce, basically. So I think I like the Steelers. I mean, who could? Well, Hackman had a boxing background, so um, I would say. I mean, if you're saying if all three of those guys fought each other, I mean, Bronson was a tough guy, but Hackman had boxing techniques, so I would say Hackman, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm not a baseball guy, um, so I mean, they've got a very weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't even. I forgot he was a Marine as well. So Gene Hackman's a pretty tough guy, and he was really into boxing. Like he didn't necessarily do it a lot, but he did it back in the day. So, do you think Aaron Rodgers will take Pittsburgh before he retires? I mean, he's motivated. You know, I don't think he was happy with how his Jets tenure went. So I think that you know they have an interesting offensive attack. You know, I've worked with Pauly Shore. You know, they have a three tight end system that all three guys can catch. Smith, the Muth, and that huge guy Washington. You picture or you pair them with Metcalf and you know Austin when he gets back. You know who do you cover? I mean, you can't cover them all, and you know their running game's a little stiff, um, and their offensive line's a little wonky. But you know Rodgers still has it. I mean, you look at that Hail Mary he threw. That was a 65-yard ball in the air throw. So, you know as long as he doesn't have to scramble a lot, I like the Steelers, and their defenses can be good. I mean, Ramsey's been burnt a few times, but you know Fitzpatrick was getting burnt too. So. Um, Jill Ireland was very beautiful. I mean, 6'8". I think he's 6'8". TB, not the 1 inch. No, I have not, but I heard your mom did. I mean, what kind of question is that? They need to revive the Coca-Cola commercial that Mean Joe Green. Yeah, but you know what? That commercial ruined Mean Joe Green. You know, because he wasn't considered mean anymore. I mean, I remember the Mean Joe Green where he was like, stepping on guys' balls, punching them when they were down, and then after that commercial, he kind of softened up. I mean, listen, they have a good chance. I mean, the Packers are a good team, and you've got Parsons running around like a maniac. I mean, that offensive line against Parsons, you better hope they figure it out. But we'll go 15 more minutes, guys. We don't do 3-hour, 6-hour, 7-hour griff streams. So I don't know if the LA Rams are still elite. I don't know about that. Yeah, Darryl Stingley. I read his book. They call me. What did they do? They call me something. I mean, he wasn't really remorseful, to be honest with you. Him and George Atkinson used to have. He was the other safety. They used to have games. Hey, or gambling. They gamble on hey, who can hurt the most players. I don't know who Josh Jacobs is. So yeah, Darryl in a meaningless preseason game. Holy fuck, man! That and the fact that he wasn't remorseful kind of made it worse. You know, he's like, "Hey, man, it's football. What do you want me to do? I'm paid to get the ball from him." Oh, absolutely, the '80s Edmonton Oilers. It's not even close. They were kind of like the '70s Steelers when you know, I mean, if you look at the Edmonton Oilers, you had Wayne Gretzky, who most people will say is the greatest player of all time. You have Mark Messier, who arguably is the greatest two-way player of all time. You have Yari Curry, one of the great right wingers of all time. Now, I'm not going to say Glenn Anderson was the greatest left winger of all time, but he was a great left winger. You got Paul Coffey, who was up there with Bobby Orr in terms of offensive ability. And yes, I do realize Bobby Orr had two bad legs, but still, he was up there. You had Grant Fuhrer, a great, maybe the greatest money goalie of all time. You had Andy Moog, probably one of the great backup goalies of all time. I mean, Andy Moog would have started on any other team in the league. And you had the role players were very good at what they did. Dave Semenko, not the greatest fighter of all time, but if this makes any sense, maybe in his Edmonton early days, the greatest enforcer of all time. He was fucking scary, man. And then you had great penalty killers, Dave Hunter. So I mean that's just player after player after player, and a great coach in Glenn Sather. So Bobby Orr is awesome, but now if he could have played on that team instead of Paul Coffey, maybe he puts up 200 points. So what up? What up, Daryl? In the house, Earl Skakel in the house. Hey, if you are new to the stream, please hit the like and subscription button, pretty please. And follow me on all social media. Ray Nitschke was great. He was really good in the longest yard. Yeah, 100%. We don't do sexual innuendo. AC/DC in the house. Hey now. I saw a Baba Booey, Melrose Larry Green on the streets. You met Ray DeVito on a plane? I'm sorry about that. How about another Vegas? I won't be in Vegas for a very long time. I just fucking hate that city, man. I don't gamble. I don't smoke. I don't drink. The comedy clubs there are shit for the most part. I mean, there's like maybe one or two good ones, but even those are fading. Like when the Cellar first opened up in Vegas, it was awesome. They'd fly New York comics out, and now it's just local Vegas acts or, just not the best comics. Kimmel's Club is, have a lot of open mic level comics in that room. I think the best comedy club in Vegas right now is Brad Garrett's because he's like hands on and like I think the quality of comics is a little better there than most. I mean, Wise Guys is a fucking dump. There we go. There we go. The Vegas the truck stop show was horrific. I'll never do that again. But I had like 2 hours to kill, and the day was really dragging. So. I mean, when's the last time I cried? I don't know. It's been a while, to be honest with you. I mean, I just see a lot of open mic level comics playing Wise Guys. So, I mean, it was well done, seeing his heel turn, but it didn't even come close to Hogan's heel turn in the NWO. Nothing. That's the greatest heel turn in wrestling history. That's a fact, Jack. Yeah, about comics. I mean, you might think I would. I've done comedy for 25 years. So I think my opinion on comics or a comedy scene like Vegas is valid, if you will. I mean, how many people do you know said, hey man, this Vegas comic is great? Very few comics out of Vegas make it. Now, very few comics out of LA make it, but like, you know what I'm saying. Why is LA and New York comedy so weak right now? I mean, it's hard to be original. I mean, everything's been done, and now, the big thing in stand-up comedy is, social media, TikTok and, ever since Matt Rife became a multimillionaire because he basically went viral off of one video, now everyone's pumping out videos. So, I'm going to be the next Matt Rife. To be honest with you, I do it. I put out stand-up clips going, hey, I hope this is the one that pops. So that's not a zinger on Matt, but, it's just one of those things that it's totally, it's like the 80s metal scene where you had the OGs like Rat and Motley Crue and Quiet Riot. Then you kind of had a second wave of like Poison, Bon Jovi, Cinderella. And then by the time the late 80s came around, you had like copycat bands of Cinderella, like Britney Fox. You had every band in LA was trying to sound as sleazy and grungy-esque as Rat. And then you had the copycat bands have copycat bands. You had Sleaze Bees and Bang Tango trying to copy the bands that were copying Rat. And that's what it's like now in comedy. You've got all these people doing crowd work who shouldn't be doing it. And, it's diluted the market. But, you know, if you're funny, you're funny, and, you know, it'll pop. I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like, well, for a fad, he gets a lot of girls. You know, I don't play the game, and that's probably hurt me, you know, to be honest with you. Like, I know in speaking out about roast battle and how awful I think Jeff Ross is, that sealed my fate for getting on any roast. But you know what? I weighed the pros and cons, and that's fine. What do you mean comedy is weak? You have heavy hitters like Eliza. Okay, now you're trolling. Come on. Why do you describe Brian Holtzman as the greatest living? I never said that. So I don't know what you're talking about. Warren was good. I mean, but they kind of came in late, not late, but 88-ish. So they were kind of maybe the last band to really pop on MTV. Do you think Cody Rhodes is WWE towering last year? Wait. Do you think Cody Rhodes is WWE towering last year, 2024? I mean, I think Cody Rhodes is like this generation's Sting. So that's the whole thing, TB. You know, hopefully I can. We got the trolls coming in late night. About 10 more minutes, guys. I can see the trolls are amping up. But you know what? They don't bother me. Oh, we don't do the Jesus talking here. I'm going to send you to Pat Dixon. He'll probably write you a song about Jesus if you're lucky. I will not. So hit the like and subscribe button, babies, although I think most of you are subscribers already. There might be some lurkers in there. I know we have lurkers. Trust me on that one. I know who you are, too. I have ways to find out who you are. And, you know, I appreciate the lurkers. A number is a number. I will be at the Comedy Store Saturday night, midnight. So if any of you are in Los Angeles, come as my guest. Hit me up on Instagram at Earl Skakel, EARL SKAKEL. I mean, my thoughts on Rogan is I agree with you, the acoustic. I mean, he's the biggest podcaster in the world, and certainly a comic that is inspired a lot of, you know, he's made a lot of people's careers, you know. So the Alice Cooper shirt, I've washed it twice and dried it in heat. Yeah, trolls are the worst. My thoughts on him, I mean, he's funny to his fan base, you know, like everyone has a fan base. So, you know, I think his comedy is simple, but his fan base is simple. And I don't even mean that as an insult, but, you know, they like blue collar, wrestling, football, UFC, and his comedy caters to that crowd. So, you know, but I don't watch comedy a lot. So, is he funny? I mean, I believe he's funny. You don't make the money he makes and you're not funny. Because an unfunny comic is playing in Riverside tonight, not the Caesars Palace Theater. You might not like him, but, you know, it's like when I voted for people on Roast Battle to win when I hated them. I'm a purist. So I was like, okay, well, this person was better. I got to vote for them. I really dislike Dixon. Seems abusive to women. I mean, that's the word on the street, but I know nothing about that. Top 5 comedians of all time. I mean, you know, comedy is subjective. So these are just like the 5 comics that make me laugh the most. And not in any order. Don Rickles, Stephen Wright, Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, and, you know, Dave Attell. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, Joel Osteen will take your super chats. Trust me, I know the lurkers. I mean, yeah, I've tried to. Ray Romano's a stand-up. I've done shows with him. I mean, you know, Listen, he got so famous so fast and makes so much money now that his stand-up isn't as good as it used to be. But that's, I mean, Jesus, the money he must make on residuals from Everyone Loves Raymond is unbelievable. But I will say, I think Brad Garrett's stand-up has gotten better because he loves stand-up, so he does it a lot. When are you coming back to Branson? I don't think I was ever in Branson. Kip Smith sent one Earl Skakel gift membership. Jim K. Thank Kip Smith for the gifted memberships. Bobby, I don't know who that is. Rob was on Gutfeld. Never liked Rogan's stand-up. Humping stools. I golf with Alice Cooper, no joke. One hell of a golfer. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't Alice Cooper be cool? I mean, he gets to play golf. He gets to play a concert at night, make, a nice living. I mean, and at 77, he still rocks, to be honest with you. I like Mark Norman. I like Mike Lawrence, but he's more of a writer these days. I mean, Dice is, you can't go wrong with Dice. I mean, I can only pick 5. I mean, Dice, Kennison is up there for sure. Seinfeld, I don't like Seinfeld, but, he is, generally acknowledged to be a top comic. I didn't say George Carlin. I mean, Lenny Bruce. Red Fox is another one who I'd like to squeeze in because I just loved how innovative he was given the time period. Now, if Red Fox was alive today, he'd just be another foul-mouthed comic. But back then, to say the shit he was saying, like, wow. Attell's like one of the best. Who's Bobby Ohm? I don't know who that is. Don Rickles. But, if you don't like roast comedy, you don't like Don Rickles. So, I haven't been asked back for Corolla. So, I don't know if I pissed him off. I mean, that seems to happen to me a lot. Ralphie May, one of the best. I did great on Jesse Lee Peterson's podcast, and people told me that's the most they've ever seen him laugh. Haven't been asked back. So, David Lucas isn't in your top 5. Top 5 eaters, maybe. I heard he took down a whole cheesecake in the Toronto Yuck Yucks, opening up for Eric Griffin. Now, you might say, Earl, how do you know that? Were you on the show? No, I got sources everywhere. And didn't tip. The staff there hated him. Harlan Williams is another one. I had a good time on JLP, but, he didn't ask me back. I thought me and Corolla was pretty, I liked it. But, what am I going to do? If I feel I do well, I don't ask to come back. Now, maybe that's my ego or whatever, but I'm not going to chase down, I helped your product. Rogan would be great because I know I'd be, if I ever do get on Rogan, I know I'll be asked back. Because I never found John Pena funny, but listen, if you liked him, you liked him. What are you going to do, baby? 10:07, Earl Skakel in the house. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just a happy-go-lucky YouTube streamer, stand-up comic. And, I hope you guys are enjoying this festival of laughs. We'll go to 65 minutes, so another 3 more minutes. Thank you to the PCL podcast with Tom Brennan and Perry Caravello for the bumps this week. It is nice to do a stream with 200 or 300 people in it. Jeselnik is another one of my favorites. He's a top 10 comic to me because I love the style of jokes that he does. And, his jokes are like laser cut, no wasted words with him. Skankfest, what about it? But that's what he wanted. He didn't want you to figure him out. Greg Giraldo was the real roast master. There's so many great comics I didn't name. Robert Schimmel is one of my favorite comics. I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow WWE. I mean, it would be cool if it was Edge, but he's in AEW. So, I mean, that would be cool if they did a trade. You know, AEW got maybe LA Knight for one match, and then that allowed Edge to wrestle Cena in his final match. I mean, Mitch had. I didn't find the Amazing Jonathan funny, but like, you know, it's all taste. You know, it's like I love hockey, but if you don't like hockey, you're not gonna really give a shit. Um, I mean, I just think the thing about Andy Kaufman was. Now, what does this mean? Someone just sent me a ghost. Uh, T.J. Miller would not be in my top comics of all time, but he's a great comic. You know, it's just not for me. Best comedic actor. I mean, best comedic actor, one role, just one role, and no one's ever gonna say this guy. Mike Henry, the guy who played the dumb son in Smokey and the Bandit. Especially when you realize that all of Jackie Gleason's lines were improv, so Mike Henry had to be on it. And he wasn't really an actor. He was a football player. He played for the Steelers. But if you're, Chevy Chase, I would say was the best comedic actor. Bill Murray's up there. I mean, Sandler's up there. Jim Carrey's up there, you know. But, you know, Mike Henry, I'm talking just a one-off performance. His role in Smokey and the Bandit. When you consider that Jackie Gleason was drunk and probably didn't give a shit, probably thought the movie was going nowhere, so he just kind of phoned it in. And Mike Henry had to be on it. And he was. Well, I mean, you know, Joey's an awesome dude, but like you can't be as heavy as he is, not really work out, fucking do all that weed. You know, it's gonna catch up to you. Like, and you know, he's not a spring chicken anymore. Like I'm 57 and I'm on it. What's with the Chevy hate, Earl? Have you heard? I mean, you know, he's just not the most. He's acerbic, you know. So I think that with Chevy, he, you know, like you could tell. I give you an example why Chevy kind of rubs people the wrong way. Anyone who agrees to do a roast, like Tom Brady, he knew he's going to get shit on, but he got it. Pam Anderson got it, and you could tell when on the roast of Chevy Chase when they were ripping him. He was like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about? I'm more famous than all of you." And that's not how you go into a roast. So I think he has an ego, and you know, and he is cocky. I mean, he's Chevy Chase, man. Ace, you did that joke yesterday. It kind of fell flat, to be honest with you. So, yeah, Chevy, you know, on Community, he wasn't well liked. I mean, most of the people behind the scenes were like, he's our least favorite to work with. And, you know, Chevy's like the opposite of, say, Dr. Ken. Like, you'll never hear anybody say a bad word about Dr. Ken. So, yeah, I mean, but that was Norm bombing on purpose. Foul Play is a great movie. I mean, Caddyshack is maybe the GOAT of comedy films. You know, no one disputes that early Chevy Chase was, like, really fucking funny. No, I don't think it's a gimmick. But, you know, his daughter is the piano player at the Comedy Store. She's fucking amazing. So, I mean, he had some really good fucking Vacation. I mean, he's definitely the best comedy actor. Bill Murray's up there, too. I mean, early Jim Carrey films were great. Even Once Bitten was good. So, all right, you guys. My phone's about to die. I don't watch WWE, my man. Cody, I don't watch WWE, so I don't know. Candy was great. I mean, Belushi's awesome. I mean, you know, you know, it's like, there's no wrong answer. Yes, fun chat as always, Ross. If you're new to the stream, hit the like and subscribe button. Earl Skakel, over and out. Thank you.